Hi. It's 5:30 in the morning because time is meaningless. No, I woke up at a decent enough time yesterday. A little before 2:30, I think. I said decent enough because I've been sleeping to like 3 or 4. But then after like 2 or 3 hours of being awake, I had this ridiculous headache that I just could not get rid of. And so I took a Benadryl and laid down and ended up taking like a 4-hour nap. Or more like a 3-hour nap. I'm thinking now. I laid down a little before 5, and I remember waking up after 8. Um, Other than that, I didn't even touch on what I started playing uh, last night because I was making sure it would take, because I did a little bit more of that RimWorld Colony, and it just did not hook me the way I wanted it to. I I always get so bogged down in early colony life when I kind of just want to. Anyway, I have still been thinking on it, and I think I've got some plans that could be interesting whenever I go back to it. But for now, I booted up Citra, and I was initially playing Samus Returns. Um, but I thought about maybe if I feel better and can get my internet to level out long enough, um, streaming that to my um, my friends in the Discord to sort of celebrate the announcement of Metroid Dread. And so I got a little way in and I was like, yep, I'm enjoying this. I think I can make this a thing. I've got it all nice and set up where I can do everything from my controller, even though some of the inputs are bound to the touchscreen, because Citra has a very nice feature where you can literally just bind button inputs directly to points on the screen. I remember the last time I attempted to play Samus Returns, it was either not implemented yet or I didn't know about it. And so instead I was substituting with Joy-to-Key to have it do mouse clicks and mouse clicks in certain places based on button inputs, and that was just kind of a disaster anyway. But this worked really well, and the nice thing is I've got that saved in its own little thing, so I can open it back up whenever. It was running really well. But I thought about sharing that with a couple of friends, that replay, and so I instead remembered that I have Bravely Default, and I've never really given it its due. So I booted that up, and it's actually pretty fun. I had never really even looked into Bravely Default. All I really knew is kind of how it looked and that it was a turn-based RPG by Square Enix. And it's actually really good. um, it's got, it's not like earth-shattering or anything, but it plays around with turn-based with some interesting ideas of stocking turns to use later, or even like digging yourself into negative turns. So like it makes grinding nice and easy as long as you know that you can wipe out most enemy parties, because you roll up, use 4 turns at once, meaning you won't be able to move for the next 3 turns, but you do all that with all your party members and you wipe out the enemy team, it doesn't matter. So plus, as far as stalking goes, basically you get a defend command that stocks up a turn, and you can save up to 3, so you can go 4 turns in a row without losing a turn. And it's just, some interesting concepts. And it has auto battle that just repeats your last turn when possible. It's also smart about it. For instance, I was in a boss fight where I had a rhythm going, and I was just doing the same thing every turn anyway. Or was it? No, I can't remember. Oh no, I remember where it was smart about it. This wouldn't really come up in auto battle, I don't think, but I was overhealing, basically. I like stocked 3 party heals, and the party was fully healed after 2. Well, it just dropped the last one. Instead of spending that turn, the character just didn't act. It smartly knew everybody's at full health. This is a waste of my MP and this turn, and just stocked it back. So, I already it kind of puts Bravely second on my short list to support these guys. I don't know what studio did it. The art style is very reminiscent of the DS remakes of 3 and 4. That's where I got 3 from. But it also reminds me a bit of Crystal Chronicles. But it's like, it's kind of, the towns have this sort of storybook aesthetic, and in the way that things kind of look like they're papercraft. Which some of, I think, is just like, I'll come up to an area and I'm just like, yeah, this was made to really play around with the 3D effect. um, but yeah, so that's going fun. Beyond that, I'm tired. I can kind of see myself in this tonight. I don't know if I'm like that. Anyway, I'll catch you all tomorrow. Good night.